Why did everyone, including news and media, stop talking about this very mysterious story? Now, before we do begin this video, I do like to ask if you can like, comment, and share this video because I am in a never-ending battle with YouTube deleting likes, comments, and shares. Now, I talk about a wide range of topics on this channel. Some you may like, some you may not like, some you care about, some you don't care about. But me personally, I like a smaller mysterious story every so often that has multiple parts. This story here, where three men who are known as the three Kansas City Chiefs fans who passed away in their friend's backyard, had just that. There was a lot of mystery to this story, and every time something new came out from news and media, it just added more to that mystery. But as mysterious as this story was, we all saw the writing on the wall. Pretty much all of us knew what took place here. A good portion of us who are following this story knew that narcotics played some role in this story. Some way, shape, or form, it was going to come out that these men had narcotics in their system. Matter of fact, even before the toxicology report came out on these three men, many of us even knew what drug would play a role here, and that drug was fentanyl. So when the preliminary toxicology report came out and it stated that fentanyl, 3 times the amount of fentanyl was found in their bodies, found in their systems, it really wasn't a shocker. With that being said, there were still a lot of questions that remained when it came to this story, and this story seemed to just drop off the face of the earth after the Super Bowl. Once Mahomes threw that 3-yard touchdown with 3 seconds left in the game, winning by 3 points, and winning his 3rd Super Bowl title, this story of the 3 men who passed away in their friend's backyard seemed to have faded away with the Super Bowl. Now, it very well could be that we got the toxicology report and we got our answer from this report and we really didn't need to follow this story anymore. It could also be that so many things are happening currently in the world that we just can't follow one particular story for so long. For instance, we have some wild stories breaking out in Haiti, and then we have the government, the United States government, convincing us that they have no knowledge about UFOs and aliens, even though for months on end in 2023, they were trying to convince us that aliens and UFOs existed. Plus, I am on a Kate Middleton high, spitting my Cocoa Puffs everywhere, just wondering where is Kate Middleton. They are releasing photos where she looks like Michael Jackson, where she looks like AI. What is going on? News and media really stopped covering the story as well. I think there's only been 2 articles since the release of the toxicology report. Now, even though the toxicology report solved the mystery as to what may have happened to these 3 men, there were still some, like I said, some questions that remained when it came to this story. The families of these 3 men being Ricky Johnson, David Harrington, and Clayton McGeeney, have some questions themselves, as they are not fully behind the toxicology report. The reason why they are not fully behind the toxicology report is because they are still waiting to hear back from the autopsy. They still have not gotten the autopsy report. Yet, despite officials confirming autopsies were conducted in January on all 3 men, their respective official cause and manner of death still remains a mystery. According to news, it appears those results will not even be released anytime soon. Yes, the toxicology report can give us some insight as to how these men passed away, but the toxicology report can be manipulated. What was put in their systems could be manipulated. They want confirmation from the autopsy because only the autopsy can confirm their cause of death, and these families are not getting it. This story, since first being reported in January, has not stopped being a mystery. It has not stopped being very bizarre. Now, not only did most of us believe that narcotics would play a role in this story, but most of us also found Jordan Willis's role in this story to be quite a mystery as well. How did he not know his friends were deceased in his backyard for the course of over 2 days? His friends' cars were parked in front of his home. How did he not see it? How did he miss it? And if he was asleep for the course of over 2 days, were drugs in his system. Did police give him a drug test? But police let him go right away. They did not suspect him of any wrongdoing. Matter of fact, they did not suspect this case to be mysterious. They did not find this case to be bizarre. They did not find any criminal activity connected to this case. This case was just a case where 3 men passed away. It was a death. The police chief came out and said there was no crime taking place here in this case. Now, autopsy and toxicology results typically take anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks to be officially released to the public. We, the public, and more importantly, the families of these 3 men, should have gotten the autopsy reports by now. But because this story is a very strange story, this is not the case. Lauren McDaniel, with Forensic Medical in Kansas City, where the 3 men had their post-mortem exams conducted, confirmed the results remain sealed under Missouri law on Thursday. It's a death investigation, and as part of any death investigation, police and prosecutors want to rule out any potential criminal conduct, which is very weird. We do know the police chief captain stated there was no criminal activity taking place in this case. They cleared Jordan Willis with flying colors. The Kansas City police found no wrongdoings in this case, and that was that. But now that the autopsy is at play here, they now have an investigation that remains active and ongoing. They also state that any release of these autopsy records will constitute to a misdemeanor charge, Missouri state statute shows. Now, every state has a statute as to how long a case can remain open. In Kansas, this case can actually remain open indefinitely, meaning both autopsy and toxicology results in the case will remain closed until the case becomes inactive. The case could also come to a close if the prosecutor, the lead prosecutor, decides not to prosecute the case. The statute of limitations to file criminal charges expires, or 10 years after the offense date, whichever occurs first, someone is convicted in connection to information contained in the investigative records, and the convict's appeal process is exhausted. But if they don't have a name of a person that is connected to the deaths of these 3 men, and the lead prosecutor still wants to keep this case open, he can do so with no time limit. Meaning, like I said, the autopsy report will never be released to the families. The lead prosecutor even states he does not know when his office will make a final decision on whether they can file criminal charges. We do have the parents of these 3 men not arguing with the test results, the toxicology results, but they want to know how drugs got into their son's systems, because they do not believe that they knowingly or willingly took drugs. So like I said, by all accounts, this story pretty much went away, but there are still more questions to be had here. There is still more questions about Jordan Willis's role with these 3 men. It did come out originally that these 3 men went over Jordan Willis's house to watch the game, but Jordan Willis's lawyer stated that no, they watched a football game at other people's houses, and they went back to Jordan Willis's home after the game had ended to play video games. But this 5th mysterious friend was there, conflicting everything that Jordan Willis's lawyer was stating. He was also stating that these 3 friends, they were over Jordan Willis's house the whole day watching the football game. And when it ended, they started to watch Jeopardy. So there is more to this story. It's just that news and media pretty much stopped reporting on this story. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.